Welcome to Red V TV, supported by Chapel House Cars for the 2025 season, as we continue our build-up to Saints 2025 Betfred Super League campaign. And Kevin, with 33 days to go,
It must be time for our number 33, and that's Alfie Sinclair. And Alfie is sponsored by Liam Kirkham Technical Services.
right, Alfie then, Kev, prop, come through the reserve, the scholarship, signed from Ryland Sharks, started at prop in the reserve grand final, got the 2024 Reserves Player of the Year accolade, and
Yep.
has been rewarded with a place in the squad. And do you know what? He's got role models ahead of him, hasn't he? He's got George Delaney who's come through the path. He's got Noah Stevens who's done it last year, and you can almost see that if you work hard and you've got what it takes, you'll get your opportunities.
Yeah, exactly so. Um, he can look at Matty Lees as well, who's come through the ranks like that. He can look at Morgan Knowles. But you're right, having George Delaney and Noah Stevens as two more recent alumni of that kind of path and making first team appearances, he's got that kind of pathway that he can try and follow, do it in his own way, yeah, obviously, but he's got them that kind of stepping stone kind of route that he can take, and he can try and glean as much information off Noah, off George, off your senior lads who've done it, to give himself the best possible chance. Because as we've seen over the past couple of years, it doesn't matter if you're good enough, you're going to be in that 20 and then you're going to make that 17. And I know we'll talk about Noah and George further down the line, but there's always that opportunity. If we have anything like the injuries, suspensions, whatever that kind of littered our season this year, there'll be opportunities open up. Now, I think Alfie actually played a couple of times for North Wales Crusaders as well, so go testing himself against pros who are probably on a win bonus and don't want this young upstart coming and taking that away from him. So that's a good grounding for him. And it may be that, I don't know who we're dual regging. I don't think it's been announced as we film this. But if we're dual regging with anyone next year, it'd be a perfect stepping stone for him to go follow again. George Delaney going out and being so well thought of at Swinton. Noah Stevens getting a couple of games, but really being needed for the first team. It's the perfect path and a perfect kind of guide for him and his career.
Yeah, it's a positive that even last season when he was in the reserves, he's got that chance to go out on loan and play and make his full debut for the North Wales Crusaders. He won one, lost one while he was there. But the fact that off the back of that, he's then been rewarded and stepped up to get a squad number is a real positive for him. It was interesting to note when I was reading his interview with the website. It said he wasn't one to watch much rugby league when he was growing up. But then he found he was more of a football fan. But then found that when he was playing, he was a better rugby league player. It's almost like these props realised that running up and down a football field at their size, they're better being a bit of a battering ram, aren't they?
It sounds very Noah Stevens, doesn't it? Um,
Do you know who would have made a good prop? Harry Maguire.
yes, yeah, he probably would have done. I mean, that's a segue out. I mean, it looked like he could kick a good conversion the other day. Anyway, yeah,
Unfortunately,
um,
I was offside
yeah,
anyway.
you have a look at Noah Stevens' career that we've just mentioned, and you listen to Noah's interview that we did and put out over Christmas, and it seems like a very very similar thing that wasn't necessarily into his rugby league, but has still got that sporting pedigree, and there'll be loads of things that he's taken from other sports that he can put into his rugby career, and as long as he's got the same attitude and application that your lads have got who've gone through before him, there is no reason why Alfie can't. It might not be this season; it might be in a season's time, But there's no reason why Alfie can't be knocking on the door to make an appearance for the first team.
Yeah, so one question we're going to ask, what do you expect from Alfie this season? Just to gain that experience working with the first team squad, maybe get some sort of appearance in a Challenge Cup game, or if Saints were to get to Wembley and we play the young guns for
Uh,
one of those games around.
yeah, I think for him it's about his progression. So getting used to the full time environment, taking a chance of going out on loan or dual reg, and getting some game time under his belt, and kind of taking everything he can from those players who are around him. I mean, he's got Alex Walls, he's got Matty Lees, he's got George Delaney, Noah Stevens. It doesn't matter if they're coming towards the end of the career or just starting it. There's a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, a lot of skills, and little tips and hints and tricks and stuff that he can pick up. So for him, that's what he should be doing this year.
Excellent. So that is our number 33, Alfie Sinclair. We will be back tomorrow with yet another player preview. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.